Hi, I'm Nicole Bauman. I'm the head secretary.
Good morning. I'm Mrs. Mayswitz and I'm the office assistant.
Good morning. This is Mac. He's our Madison therapy dog, and I'm Mr. Banker, the principal.
Hey, Madison Mustangs. My name is Mrs. Peets, and I am the music teacher here at Madison. So you'll get to have music with me once or twice every week. I can't wait to see you soon.
Hi, kindergarten class. We're so excited for you to join us at Madison School and be a Mustang. I'm Mrs. Peterson, and as you can probably see, I'm in the library, so I'll be your librarian. I'm really looking forward to meeting you and sharing some great stories together.
My name is Mr. Phelps. I'll be your physical education teacher. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Good morning again, everybody. When you arrive at school each day, you may arrive by bus and be dropped off over in front of school. We'll have cadets that'll help you if you're crossing the street, or you'll use our horseshoe driveway if you're getting dropped off, and we'll have adults here to help guide you to the playground. After you arrive at school, you'll come onto the playground and get a chance to play, and then line up on the dots to come inside when the bell rings. All right, this is our kindergarten wing, and as you can see, there's a lot of construction going on, so by the time that you get here in the fall, it'll all be done. We'll have new ceilings, new carpet, and 2 new kindergarten rooms, so it's going to be really exciting.
Welcome to Madison School Kindergarten Visitation. My name is Lori Schroda. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers at Madison School, and I will be talking about different procedures for arriving at school, our daily schedule, and the dismissal of our students at the end of the day. Okay, for arrival, students are allowed on the playground at 8:20. There will be supervision starting then. Also at 8:20, students who are taking breakfast will be allowed to come into the school for their breakfast. At 8:35, the first bell will ring outside, and the kindergarten students will line up on one of 3 lines. Each line represents a teacher. When the first bell does ring and the students are lined up, we will come out and get them and bring them into the classroom. And at 8:45, the second bell rings, and at that time, we will be in the class ready to start the day. For our schedule, the morning in kindergartens look like this. We have a morning meeting where we will talk about what we're doing for the day, go over the schedule. Mrs. Bauman or Mr. Banker will do the announcements. We'll do our calendar. After that, we'll do our social emotional learning curriculum. And then we also do literacy rotations with reading, writing, and word work for most of the morning time. In the afternoon, we do have a rest time, and kids are not expected to be sleeping. They can either be reading books, writing in their notebooks, just chilling and relaxing. It's just kind of a downtime for them. We do have math in the afternoon as well as Encore. Encore is art, library, music, and Phi-Ed. And then in the afternoon, we also have our snack and milk break. And we end the day with free choice where the kids are able to select activities they'd like to do on their own. And then for the end of the day, our bell rings at 3:35. Students who are walkers will go outside and meet their parents or siblings at the flagpole. Students who are being picked up in a car, parents will come around the horseshoe turnaround, and students will get picked up in the turnaround by their parents. And students who ride buses, they will wait in their classroom until their bus is called, and then they'll go board their bus. We are looking forward to seeing your kids in the fall, and if you have any further questions, you'll be able to ask those questions during the live session. Thank you.
Welcome to your new school, Madison Elementary. My name is Mrs. Nevlin, and I am one of the 3 kindergarten teachers who you will be meeting in the fall. Here's a really short list of kindergarten readiness skills that we expect your children to have mastered. 1, we expect your children to have good control over their fine and gross motor. Some good examples of such would be holding a pencil with their proper pencil grasp. Can they withstand sitting in one spot to listen to any given story from start to finish? Number 2, we expect that your children can independently dress themselves, including zipping their own jacket and tying their own shoes. We expect that your children can independently use the bathroom with little to no assistance. If this is something they are still working on, work really hard on this over the summer so that when they come to us in the fall, they are independently using the bathroom. Number 5, we expect that they can zip their own backpacks, including packing all their own materials. This proves to be a challenge for many of our incoming students, so before school starts in the fall, please start having them packing random items into their own backpacks. Items such as shoes, extra jackets, books, pencil boxes, things off of their school supply list. Start having them practice packing those in their own backpack and really using the zipper function themselves. Lastly, can your child open their own lunch containers? Oftentimes families choose to send lunch boxes to school, and oftentimes we spend a lot of our lunches helping students learn to open those containers. Before school starts in the fall, have a picnic lunch with your kids outside where you pack their own lunchbox with many different containers with many different lids on them. Teach them how to open all of these containers so that they can independently do so when they come to school in the fall. If you have further questions or concerns regarding kindergarten readiness skills, please have an open conversation with your current 4K teacher to discuss sending your students to kindergarten in the fall. We look forward to meeting you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Linnell Martins. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers at Madison School, and I'm going to go through the kindergarten supply list with you today. The first thing on the list is we need a proper backpack for your child. I know the children are little, but we need a full-size backpack. We just try not to pack it too heavy. The small ones that they used in 4K and younger are just too tiny to fit folders and everything else that we need. We prefer Ticonderoga pencils because they, number one, sharpen better and they last longer. It seems like the other ones we get just half the time end up going in the garbage because they break and don't sharpen well. We prefer Crayola crayons. Once again, they last longer and work better. Elmer's glue. 2 bottles of Elmer's glue and 12 glue sticks. We do a lot of cutting and gluing in kindergarten. And 1 pair of Fisker scissors. Fiskers seem to be sharper and easier to hold. 2 boxes of Crayola crayons. 1 box of Kleenex. Large box if you can. We go through a lot of Kleenexes in the winter. 1 box of large Ziploc bags, 1 box of colored pencils, 2 large boxes of crackers. Now these are regular size boxes of crackers. When we say large boxes, that means like the family size. So 2 regular boxes would equal 1 large box. 2 large boxes of crackers, please. 1 vinyl rest time mat. Tennis shoes for PE, and 4 dry erase markers. 2 wide line notebooks. We use these a lot during rest time and other times. And we prefer the white eraser. It's called a Pentel eraser. Oh, and also, for the folder, it asks for 1 plastic non-rip folder. You can buy the paper ones, but then you may as well buy 2 or 3 because they make it about a quarter. So it's easier just to get 1 plastic one and be done with it. 2 containers of disinfecting wipes, large if you're able to please, and a bottle of Germex or waterless hand soap. We like to paint in kindergarten. If you can, a paint shirt or paint smock. Grabbing one of Dad's old t-shirts that's nice and big will work too. And most importantly, an extra set of clothing to keep in their lockers. Sometimes we have accidents at school, and sometimes we go down slides that are wet or other things. So please, 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 an extra set of clothing. If you have any more questions, please call Madison School at 715-345-5419. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kathy Reynolds. I'm the school nurse coordinator for the Stevens Point Area School District. I, along with my school nurse colleagues, are here to welcome you, kindergartners, parents and guardians to kindergarten. But before I start, I'd like to introduce my school nurse team, starting with...
Hi, I'm Nurse Sarah.
I'm Nurse Berta.
I'm Julie. I'm Nurse Julie.
All of us are here again to welcome you to kindergarten. Parents, whether this is your first child coming to kindergarten or if it's your last child coming to kindergarten, every child experiences kindergarten differently. So we're here today just to provide you with some brief reminders and some recommendations that we hope will help your child have a happy and healthy kindergarten experience. Sarah, how often will the school nurse be at elementary school?
Good question. So our school nurse team goes all over the district, and from elementary standpoint, our nurses are there for a few hours on about 2 days a week. So who is there, Berta, to provide for student health care when the nurse isn't there?
We understand that your children's health is important to you, and it's very important to us as well. So the office staff in the schools is trained by us to take care of your children for any first aid needs and to pass out medications to them as needed throughout the school day. Nurse Julie, who is available to care? Nurse Julie, is there a place where children can lie down if they're not feeling well?
So each school usually has about one cot for students. That doesn't allow a whole ton of students to be in there at one time. However, if your student is injured or ill, we will contact the parents to come and get them for the day. We expect you to respond as soon as possible, but we understand that you're busy throughout the day as well. However, the health room is not set up to be an all-day recuperation place for these students. So Kathy, what happens if a parent is unable to come pick up their student?
Well, parents, if you're not available, the school secretary will look at who you've listed as responsible people that you've given permission to pick up your child. So it's really important that that contact information be correct and up to date. And just remember that if Grandma Kathy's on the contact list, you better let Grandma Kathy know. Surprises are not a good thing. And Sarah, what about children with health conditions?
Yes, so parents, if your student has a health condition that could limit their ability to learn or be in school, we want you to let your student's school know. Let the office know, and the office will reach out to the school nurse, and then we will in turn reach out back to you to find out more information about that health condition, whether it's seizures, diabetes, asthma, allergies, vision or hearing deficit, those types of things. So we will be reaching out to you after you notify the school of that condition. Berta, what about children that need medications at school?
According to the district policy, it's the preference that the medications be given at home prior to the child coming to school. However, we understand that that's not always possible. So if prescription or over-the-counter medications need to be taken at school, we have forms that need to be completed and brought in with that medication to school. Those forms are available on the school district website as well as in the office at each and every school. Nurse Julie, what immunizations are required?
So the Wisconsin Student Immunization Law requires students to have a minimum number of doses of each vaccine. We would have you talk to your healthcare provider to see, or the local health department to see what vaccines that your student needs to either receive or if they're up to date. We do recommend that your student receives any of these vaccines prior to the first day of school. The summer is actually a really good time for students to go see their provider to do any sort of checkup, whether that's vision, hearing, dental work, just to address any issues prior to the start of the school year. Nurse Sarah, what other tips are helpful before children start kindergarten?
A couple weeks prior to school starting in the fall, it would be great and really helpful to get your child on a bedtime routine, setting them up for at a certain time each evening to kind of wind down and go to bed. This can really help them be prepared for those long work days at school in the coming months. So that's really important because they need that energy to learn and play while they're at school. So sleep is of the utmost importance. Julie, how important is breakfast before children start each school day?
So I understand that not everyone is going to eat a hearty breakfast each morning. However, it's so important for these kiddos to get some nutrition in the morning, whether that's at school or at home.
This will help them also be able to engage in the workday and the play day. So again, whether it's at school or home, please just make sure that your kiddo is getting something to eat before they go to school. Nurse Berta, how can parents help their child transition to kindergarten?
We understand that this is a milestone event for both children and parents, and it can be both exciting and scary at the same time. So parents, your positivity will help your child better impact how they transition and their attendance. So your positivity about kindergarten is being a place for your kids to make friends, learn about new things, and they get to play. So encouraging those aspects of kindergarten for your child to make the transition easier is very helpful. Nurse Kathy, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
I think that you've all shared all the most important information, except for two last things. Have a great summer! See you next year. Can't wait to meet you!
Incoming families are encouraged to complete a free and reduced price meal application. Students who qualify for free or reduced priced meals also qualify for fee waivers, as well as free milk during milk break for kindergarten through 5th grade. Your meal status is effective for the school year and for the first 30 operating days of the following school year. Current school year applications must be completed annually. Applications are usually available by the first week of August and can be completed online through Skyward Family Access by selecting your student, click Food Service, click Applications. Be sure to click Submit once you have entered all the required information. Paper applications can be obtained from your school office. Applications can also be downloaded and printed by going to the district website. Click on Departments, Food Service, Free Reduced Meal Information. Only one application should be filled out per household. Families who qualify for free or reduced price meals through direct certification will receive a letter from us and do not need to do anything further unless there is a problem with your letter, such as missing students that live in your household. If there is an issue with your direct certification letter, please contact the food service office as soon as possible so we can review your account. If your application is denied, you can reapply at any time within the school year if you have a decrease in income or an increase in household members. The Stevens Point School District receives funds that are based on the number of students who receive free and reduced price school meals through the application or direct certification process. We encourage all families to apply for free and reduced price meals. If you have any questions regarding free and reduced price school meals, please email foodservices@pointschools.net or call 715-345-5435.
Well, welcome to the new entrance of Madison School. By the time you get here in September or the end of August, it's going to be done. We're so excited to have you joining us as new kindergartners and new kindergarten families. So we're excited to join in the fall and have a great summer, and we'll see you soon.